So, you see that okay? TV, and then down here, I like the idea. So there could be a talk option, a touch option, or a type option. Give feedback during the episode. That's my board so far. Okay, I think if we did it where it was reading out stats throughout the episode, so once in a while you'd just see across like 62% of people watching this right now are feeling sad, or 65% of people watching this right now are feeling happy, or this scene makes 91% of people feel love, and they were just reading it on the little monitor down below. You could even have it go deeper where you could say 43% of men watching this, or this scene is making people think of sharks. And eventually what would happen, I'm thinking the direction it would probably go in is TV would start to change based on the person watching it and what they were thinking and how they were feeling. And chances are commercials would probably be more geared towards the viewer's personal preference as opposed to just overall commercials. So, food for thought. I would say do it like a rating system too, so you could say, or the question could ask on the monitor, out of 1 to 5, how much love are you feeling right now? On a scale of 1 to 5, or 1 to 5 stars. How much happiness are you feeling right now for this scene? You could even...
We were 1 ball away. Yeah.
Indirectly, directly
sending me positive vibes, but
ask them
But you stepped up.
if there was a way we could capture what was going on in the scene. That might be more down the line. Capture what was going on in the scene. So,
redhead, goofball looking guy.
how much happiness are you feeling for John Doe right now in this scene? And it could be based on what the person is viewing, the exact show. Okay. Just want to something to think about. Okay, the network could have separate ads running down below, or like a separate questionnaire during the episode too.
Nothing personal with you. Oh, okay. I message you, I think, Sunday, Monday.
Okay, it's still early in the morning, but that's okay. I was thinking if we could tap into emotion from different levels of society. So you would have a poor group of people would be more likely to feel a certain emotion than another group of people. So I am thinking of an idea on how we could capture those people. Probably describe it based on the location, but there might be another way to do it too. Okay, so the one thing about capturing emotion is I want to be able to capture the actual feeling, and that's a little different. So a good action plan for that would be to track someone's facial expressions. So, you know, you always have people watching the TV, and maybe, you know, I think people are somewhat getting used to the idea of being at least listened to with Siri and Google Home and all stuff like that. So maybe they'll get used to the idea of being watched too. Now there's a privacy factor about that comes into play, but especially with the new iPhones having facial recognition. Might be able to get to a stage where it captures emotions and feelings. It'll probably get to a stage, but recognizing what's what is going to be the real task, because right now I think we have it's somewhat tracking, you know, how you feel, but I don't think we totally recognize all of the emotions or feelings, so we'll have to figure it all out. A good way to actually convince people that it's something that they need. Okay, we are going to capture their emotion by capturing the look on their face while getting their feedback at the same time. So what people think they're thinking versus what they're actually thinking and just don't know it. So with facial recognition, automatically we're grabbing the look on their face of what they're feeling deep down in that exact moment without them having to think about it. Now, once they actually think about how they're feeling, a couple other feelings will probably pop up that will kind of deteriorate the data of what actually happened in that exact moment. But it would give them awareness to say, oh, hey, I'm feeling this, which to me is really good. Now, facial recognition is still so new, but with the new iPhones, I mean, it's going to become more of a thing, and people are already becoming comfortable with having products in their home that capture their voice and I guess what they're saying. So facial recognition will probably become the same thing. And yeah. The only thing with that would be you would have something running at all time that's capturing how someone looks in their face at all times, which can feel a little grandiose. But I think there's probably a way to scale it down based on certain points in an episode that you really would want to capture the data. So if you really wanted to capture a love scene, then maybe at that point, that's when it actually focuses on how people look while they're watching. Points of purpose. Okay, so I've been single for a while, and I just noticed that Facebook has this, after you go single or you break up with somebody, they have this option where it says, we're here to help if you need a break. So when I click get started, it says see less of this person, limit what this person sees about you, and you can edit who can see the past posts about that relationship. So I think this is such a good idea, and I don't really think people understand like how intelligent this really is. I literally had feelings of like Facebook is my friend for a moment. And this is what I'm talking about when I say I want to capture the feelings of things. And I know it's so difficult, but it's something that I've thought of for so long. And the only real way that we could do that is by capturing everything a bit like around the feeling and trying to pinpoint what a feeling is based on these things. And there's different ways I think we can do that. And I really it would be so amazing if we could capture this. So I want to give a shout out to Facebook for just how smart this was and how good I feel when I look at it, because I know it's kind of like, it's like Facebook got my back kind of thing. So it's just a shout out to like how impressed I am with that feature. And I have a few more ideas, I think, for going forward with capturing emotion or feelings for if we were to do something with the TV. And I don't know, this is what I'm good at. So this is kind of where I want to really like show off some of the ideas that come into play. And it's just like some of the things that are like running through me. It's just like, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So like, and you put them all together and it comes up with some incredible feature. So I'm just kind of filtering through everything right now, but I will, the second I have like a solid scenario, I will share. But right now I'm just kind of throwing out different ideas and seeing what works and seeing what goes where and where would be the best place to put stuff. So yeah, this is fun.